Just the, drink mead, drink different, and just the way it was put together, it looks really good.
Yeah, I noticed the photo in the background of that shot with my meadery. I only noticed it today. Maybe it was subliminal why I liked it so much.
Yeah, well, yeah, say nobody's ever faulted you for not being willing to self-promote, Michael. So that's part of the reason why you're doing so well. So yeah, that's I'm a marketing person, so hey, you know my opinion on the matter. It's if it works, hey, as long as it's not hurting people and you're not lying, it's all good.
Great. Well, have a great night, folks. Cheers.
All right, thanks
very
on,
much.
Michael.
Bye, Mike. All right, guys. I'll get going too to give Pete the spotlight.
Well, thanks for being on, Sergio.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Sergio.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Pleasure as always. All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right, you too.
Night.
Bye.
All right, so that was interesting. I know you're in Canada. We actually have John Way, who is, oh God, I can't think of his meadery. He's in, I want to say he's in central Canada, but like south central Canada, like south central LA. He's closer. He's down in the southern half of the country, but in the middle somewhere. But anyway, I think that's where he is. And like I say, I've told you before, my Canadian geography is a little fuzzy in the middle bits, but I know what the ends look like, but the middle part not so much. But he is on the board as well, and so it's the American Mead Makers Association, but it's really the North American Mead Makers Association.
Yeah, to be fair, aside from the country and state specific stuff, I'm sure there's a lot of help for anybody who's just starting up.
Oh yeah.
A whole lot of people who've gotten together to make sure that you don't make all the mistakes that they already did, just so you don't have to do it again.
Oh yeah, it's totally worth it. I mean, the individual membership is, I think it's either $50 or $60, and you get access to like a stunning amount of, the pro guys going, when I was a home mead maker, this is what I found out that worked, And then they're also talking about how they upsize. So some of them, like, here's how I upsize to 20 gallons, to 50 gallons, to 100 gallons. So
yeah, see, that is the stuff that I'll be going and looking for if and when I ever get my own winery off the ground. Please stay tuned. It'll be a couple of years of
yeah. Well, and we will follow the progress with great interest.
Yeah, well, it's going to take great money first, and I don't have a whole lot of that right now. So
I know. Well, I'll tell you, if you got the 50-60 to spare, I'd say go for the membership. It can't hurt, and I'll bet you'll pick up some good stuff that you can sock away for the gathering of information as you head in that direction. Yeah,
it'll definitely be something I'm going to be considering the closer I get to actually going pro.
Cool. Yeah, it's I was tickled. I'm in as an individual member, and I'm probably going to upgrade to trade because technically that's really what I am. So
well, yeah, because that's now that's your business now.
Well, I mean, Got Mead's always been part of what my business is, and technically Got Mead's always kind of been trade, but I've always just come into these things as an individual. But I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade because, well, I mean, I want to be put that in and be part of that thing. So
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna call Pete, and hopefully he didn't wander away from the phone waiting for us, and is like sucking down beer somewhere. So let's get him in here.
All right. So you want me to start the next commercial?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and bring him in now. And it's gonna ring, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to stop that.
I'll let you get organized first then.
Yeah, we'll get him in here.
Hello?
Hey, Pete. It's Vicky.
Hey there.
Hey. He's sounding all like Vicky who? Got me
Pete, you're sounding a little limp.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize the area code. I was like, what the hell?
I thought about that. That's why I was just texting you to say, Pete, it's us. Hello.
Pick up. We're not telemarketers.
No, we're really not.
How's things going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to get your sound level up here. Have you got your live feed going there?
Yeah, I'm hearing an echo, too.
Yeah, I'm hearing an echo, so I just didn't know. Or are you on the speaker?
Nope, not on the speaker. Hang on just a second. Let me put my earphones in.
Okay.
How about I read the commercial while you're doing that, then?
Go for that, yeah. Why don't you
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Mazer Cup International is like the World Olympics of mead. As the largest mead-only competition in the world, the Mazer Cup draws entries from home and commercial mead makers from all over the planet, and yearly judges nearly 700 meads in the two competitions. In addition, they host the Mead Mixer, Open Pour, and Pairing event, which benefits the local food pantry, and last year put over 600 meals on tables of people in need with their donation. The event just happened this past weekend, but you can be in the know by signing up for their newsletter at www.mazercup.com and be on the forefront of announcements for upcoming Mazer Cups in 2017 and beyond. You can also find them at Facebook/MazerCup and at MazerCup on Twitter.
And we're back.
Oh, yeah, you're getting a lot better tone, too. You were sounding kind of, I don't know why, you were sounding really quiet before.
Well, I'm back and in one piece. So, excluding the flight last night from Denver was bumpy the whole doggone way. So,
oh no,
it was. It was funny because they started to serve stuff, and then one of the flight attendants got bounced up in the air slightly.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And so they scurried back to their little jumper seats and strapped in and said, we're going to suspend refreshments until we hit some smoother air, and then we just never did, really. I mean, there were patches here and there for a couple of minutes, but most of the time it was bumpy the whole way, so it was pretty windy. Yeah. We were bucking the headwinds all the way back.
Wow. I'm sorry. And if it wasn't enough that I know you came out of that, worn to the bone, I mean, you and I are always just sort of like limp as noodles on Sunday going, yeah, okay, we'll just order takeout, because the very idea of actually getting in the car and driving out to get food is just more than we can possibly handle.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's just order room service. It's just easier.
I know. Well,
they bring it to you, you eat it.
We didn't have that before.
Yeah, they bring it up to you. You have your... No, we didn't. And now it's like it's a totally different experience from the Outlook, and we loved the Outlook, and they treated us like family there. And the new venue is pretty much the same, except with just a very different environment, and it's huge. It's very elegant. People love it, and we're able to go downstairs, and people come in through the front door. And this year I was down there with like a little package of schedule of events and about the Mazer Cup and some little handouts to let people know what was going on through the course of the weekend and over the competition. And they come right in the door. They don't have anywhere else to look but right at me while I'm sitting there at the Mazer Cup. And then we had like a nice little tripod with the Mazer Cup and the schedule set up on it. So it was, we're actually getting all official. We've kind of outgrown the little mead competition that could and turned into something really, really big, and that's going to keep growing. And we're really looking forward to the evolution of the Mazer Cup International. As we grow and as the mead industry grows, there's going to be a lot of new things coming forward.
I just had that when you said you were right there in the entrance and they couldn't help but see you. I just had this Animal House moment where I saw you standing there going, Pete Bakulic, president of the Mazer Cup, damn glad to meet you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. I even used that line, except it was Eric Stratton, Sherman, glad to meet you, It was,
I'm somehow not surprised, but that was just all of a sudden that mental image, and I was like, and I could totally see you doing that.
Oh, yeah. It was funny because we had a really successful mead mixer. Last year we were able to donate sufficient funds to get 6,000 meals out into the Boulder and Broomfield County areas.
Oh, thank you for correcting that. I got that number wrong.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is that this year we were able to double that, so we were able to fund 12,000 meals.
Oh, that's
And
great.
it's really an interesting. Yeah, so we basically doubled what we did last year, and we actually had the community food share there. We had a table for them with their handouts about the community food share, the work that they do. They put out a few million meals last year in that area, and I didn't realize the depth and breadth of what it is they do, but just we're talking millions of meals, and it's more than 1 or 2 million. It's like up above 2 million and into the 3 million mark, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And one of the ladies there did a really great little presentation on it. I gave her the mic. I introduced them. We kind of put the party on hold so everybody could see what we're working with there. And she just knocked it out of the park, telling about the work they do. 1 in 6 families in those 2 counties is food insecure. 1 in 6.
Wow.
That tells you how deeply, how deeply this problem exists, and not only just in, the Boulder and Broomfield areas, but probably around the country, based on what I'm seeing in the number of community food shares. They're part of a national alliance, so this is a big problem, and it resonates with the local community, and it resonates with us, and we're just very happy that we partnered with them. But getting back to it, they talked about it. Everybody that was there, all of the proceeds that we were able to get from the meat mixer, the table funds, the tickets that we sell, and the other associated sponsorships that go with it, that was everything that we were able to take in revenue-wise was donated to the community food share. So we're very, very happy about that, and they're just thrilled about it as well. So that's a really worthy cause, and we're very, very happy to be a part of it and to have chosen them as our philanthropic partner.
That's really
That's
cool.
awesome.
I'm loving that it doubled from last year to this year. That's just stunning. And the photos I saw of the mixer, it looked like it was just jammed.
It was. It was out of control. Literally, we had just like everybody, going around doing great things. We had everybody from like a first freshly opened meadery. 801 Meadworks was there. To the Oregon State University, one of their folks who comes and helps steward and judge, Jack Twilley, is working on a postgraduate degree there, or actually a graduate degree.
Oh, he came. Oh, cool. I'm sorry I missed him.
Yeah,
I like him. He's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was great. They set up a nice triangle tasting with little plastic souffle cups with different meads in them. And what a triangle tasting is 2 meads are the same, 1 mead is different. And it's up to you to figure out what it was, to figure out the one that's different. So you can smell it and taste it, and then you have to circle the number that it is. And so I walked up and I, smelled it twice, and I go, okay, it's this one. He goes, you can taste them too. And I go, oh, okay. So I tasted it, and I go, yeah, it's that one. So I circled it and went forward, and then he goes, yep, that's the one.
Well, yeah, I would have been surprised if you didn't get it right, Pete, okay?
I'm always afraid that I'm going to miss it, not because I don't know, but it's just, you always have that degree of uncertainty when you go into it, especially when, you're not there with your usual equipment, like your own tasting glass and your own, methodology and all that. It's kind of stacked against you, and that's why Pepsi always performs so well in the sip test, because sweet always beats savory. But in a standard take-home test, a 6-pack of each, Coke always wins. Sip test always wins with sweet. Savory test generally, most of the time, wins with, savory, because you just can't keep sweet over and over and over and over again. And that's why in a head-to-head matchup, sweet generally wins in the sip test. So for all you Pepsi lovers out there, take a 6-pack of Coke home and try it. I'm not going to say which one I like, but let's just say that I fell in with the rest of the crowd.
Hang on, I got a guy who's wanting to come in on the show. So, for those who aren't really, there's a lot of people that know of the Mazer Cup, but they don't really know about the Mazer Cup. Talk a little bit about, how did this whole shindig get started? I know we sort of touched on that way back when you were on before, but I think it's worth revisiting.
Well, Ken started the Mazer Cup back in the early '90s, and it was a really instantly a hit, a well respected competition. And then time